Today's video is all about the pin, no pin meta tag. So if you're a blogger, this is a great way for you to have complete control over which images are pinned from your blog posts to people's Pinterest boards. As you can see while I'm scrolling through this blog post, some of the horizontal images would not be a good fit for pinning. If you spend a lot of time on Pinterest, you know that it's much more a search engine than it is a social network, so optimized pins are best at 1000 pixels by 1500 pixels, or the long pin. As you can see, when I click to pin, there are some images within the body of this post as well as on the sidebar that I don't want people to be able to pin because they're not related to my blog post. There are two different ways to accomplish this, and with a WordPress blog, we'll need to use both. In the body of the text, I'm going to use inline CSS. CSS is the coding language that styles your website. It works together with the HTML, PHP, and JavaScript to make your website look beautiful. Now, WordPress websites have something called core files, and there are literally thousands of them. While most of the CSS functions are contained in the style.css document, some of them can be manually coded inside the body of your post, and that's called inline CSS. When editing your post, make sure you're in the text editor and not the visual editor. Scroll down and find any image in the body of the post that you would like to hide from being able to pin. You're going to insert the pin no pin attribute right before the closing tag. Make sure you remember to put the space back at the end. Code is extremely sensitive and it needs to be exact. Repeat the same process for every single image that you want hidden within the body of the post, including any YouTube videos, because those will be embedded as a horizontal image as well. Now that we know how to remove horizontal images from the body of the post using inline CSS, we'll move our attention to the sidebar. As you can see here in the test pin, the horizontal images are gone. However, all of the ads included in the sidebar are still showing up. Because of the nature of the sidebar, it can change a lot by posting ads as well as different images. So what we're going to be doing is taking a snippet of code and we're going to be adding it into the functions area of your website. Now, don't let the technical side of this scare you. I'm going to walk you through it step by step. And this will work no matter what type of blog you have, no matter what type of theme you have. Let's get started. To begin, go to your WordPress dashboard, and then about 3/4 of the way down the left sidebar, you'll click on Appearance and Editor. If this is your absolute first time modifying your theme's source code, I would highly recommend making a backup of your website before you do this, because just one little mistake can take down your entire site. We're going to be placing a snippet of code inside your theme's functions file. Make sure you use the dropdown to select your WordPress theme and then click on the functions.php file. The next step is to copy and paste the code from my example into your functions file. Be sure your functions file begins with the PHP opening tag, which looks like a bracket with a question mark. Then you'll notice the comment section begins with a slash asterisk and ends with an asterisk slash. It's always a good idea to add a note when you're modifying the source code. You'll find the code that needs to be pasted in there to hide your sidebar in my blog post. I can't post it in the YouTube comments because it needs to be copied exactly as source code. So if you're watching this video on YouTube and not on my blog, then you'll need to follow the link in the comments below back to my blog post so that you can copy and paste it exactly. Once you've done this, scroll to the bottom to update your functions file. And then, as you can see, when you go back to your blog post to try to pin, you'll only have the option to pin the one that you selected. Just on a quick side note, since I didn't mention this sooner, this particular pin is hidden from within the body of my blog post because it's a long style pin and it doesn't really go along with the style. But it's visible when a user uses my Pinterest button or their browser extension to pin. The reason for that is because only the long pin image is wrapped in the display none div tag. Each of the source code modifications that we talked about in today's video are available for you to copy and paste from within the blog post. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love it if you'd click that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of your screen so you don't miss out on my best tips and tricks for bloggers, because all media should be Vogue media.